Roll call of aldermen. Sorry.
Alderman Kinsella.
Here.
Alderman Hazel.
Here.
Alderwoman Pusa. Here. Alderwoman Duco. Here. Alderman Randall.
Here.
Alderman Ferguson.
Here.
Alderman Anthony.
Here.
Alderman Ovian.
Here.
Alderman Dillman.
Here.
Alderwoman Schaefer.
Here.
Alderwoman Steele.
Here.
Alderman Rothweiler.
Here.
Alderman Elmore.
Here.
Alderman Weigott.
Here.
Alderman Wiggington.
Here.
Alderman Barfield.
Here. All 16 present. Roll call of department heads.
City Treasurer Hart.
Here.
City Attorney Horner.
Here.
Police Chief Bill Clay. Fire Chief Tom Ford. Finance Director Jamie Matrit. Director of Maintenance Ken Vaughn. Director of Public Works Jason Poole. Director of Wastewater Royce Carlisle. Interim Director of Residential and Commercial Development Services Anissa McCaskill. Director of Library Leander Spearman. Director of IT Scott Markovich.
All present. Okay. This time, ladies and gentlemen, if you are able, if you will stand and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good evening and welcome. This evening, we have no public hearings tonight, and I will open in just 1 second public participation. And when I ask for public participation, please raise your hand. If you'd like to speak, then when I call on you, please come to the microphone, state your name, and try to keep your comments to 2 to 3 minutes on a topic of the agenda, preferably, but at least certainly Belleville. So at this time, I will open public participation. Anyone? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You can be first.
Thank you so much for hearing me. My name is Marilyn Green, and I live at 121 Hillwood Court in Belleville. And I want to talk about an issue of overgrowth of weeds down my street, and it's beginning to redefine the road width. The weeds are actually blooming. Never seen that before. I've been here about 32 years in October. Some of the weeds are almost taller than I am. I'm pretty short, but nevertheless. My concern is the safety issue because the weeds block your sight as you turn the corner. The weeds are about half the stop sign, up to the stop sign. Okay, my efforts, I've called the city street people 45 times. Their response is, I'm waiting to rent equipment. I'm not sure if the state or the city trims the grass parallel to the Metro Link on Dutch Hollow Road. I'm not sure who does that, but it's trimmed sometime. I've called the mayor's office once and left a message with, I think, the receptionist, and she stated she would let the mayor know. So I just want to make sure that someone comes out. I've never seen that before. They trimmed it last year, but this year it hasn't been trimmed, and it's like redefining the road. So
yes, ma'am. And just real quickly, and Jason, I know you're nearby. We do need to rent that piece of equipment, correct?
I do have it on reserve as soon as I get one available or on the list.
Yeah, and it's we've run into, and you hit it on the head, in recent years with cost cutting, whether it be IDOT up on 161 or whether it be the county on certain roads or whether it be even by MetroLink, nobody's cutting and trimming like they used to. And everybody kind of points the finger then at the city because we're the last level of government. And we understand that, but we have a notoriously large amount of grass cuttings that we would like to also do besides. The big thing is, you hit it on the head when you called my office, and then that's when I double-checked with Jason. Safety is a big thing for eyesight if there's a danger. So we are looking at this closer. The piece of machinery we are going, because we do not own the piece of type of equipment that we need to cut, because it's the terrain there is such that we just don't own it. We don't have enough of it to expense. It's very expensive. So we're going to get on it. It will be done. But we are going to talk about it further too, so that we put a note in there, because the safety issue of the site is an issue. So we appreciate you coming. You were heard, and we are scheduled, and hopefully soon you're going to see it, but we're going to try to make some notes that we get it done periodically as best we can.
Okay, thank you so much.
It's unfortunately a financial thing, and I hate to say that, but it's like so many things these days.
Right, I've seen them spray it before
Yeah.
and let it die, but I've seen them shave it. Looks nice. They only need to do my subdivision, as I know now, one time.
Okay.
So, okay,
We
thank
will,
you
we
so
will
much.
get after it. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you for hearing me.
Okay. Anyone else this evening? Yes, ma'am, in the back over here.
Good evening, Mayor Eckert.
Yes.
My name is Carmelita. I live in the 1100 block of West Main.
Okay.
Well, I'm looking over the Board of Appeals approvals for liquor license. Now, I can see having them at the Shrine, but liquor license for some on 19th and West Main, some were 16-something, and Carlisle Avenue. I think Belleville have enough drinking establishments as it is. And whether they know or not, when someone killed at a Belleville drinking establishment a couple of weeks ago or so, that's my opinion. I just feel they have enough drinking establishments.
Okay, yeah. None were, thank goodness, none were killed. That was two separate incidents with about 24 hours. But these two tonight that are pending, just for clarification, they are going with food establishments too. It's not just another, it's not a typical bar like you see sometimes, a nightclub. It's a eating establishment, okay? All righty, thank you for your opinion.
All right.
Okay, thank you. Yes, sir.
Michael Hagberg. Council should rely on the city attorney to provide guidance in adhering to Illinois law. As alderman, it's not expected that you're going to read the entire law book. But when a citizen mentions a specific item, you should take a few minutes to Google and research the comments. Tonight's claim sheet has a request for payment of Christmas time horse-drawn carriage for downtown. And while it is nice, it is festive, it is good, I do not believe that it's valid TIF expense. If you go and research the law on it, there is a section in TIF that says that TIF money can be used for marketing, but only if the marketing is aimed at developers. You want to attract developers to the TIF to alleviate the blighted condition that caused the TIF to be created to begin with. A horse-drawn carriage, which has no mention of the word TIF, no mention of the word developers, is not a valid TIF expense, and it should not be allowed. Please stop spending TIF money in violation of Illinois law. The next item, for the past few months, I've been hearing Alderman Ovian's request for $6,000, just about, to clean up the trash and weeds on a lot on West Main Street. And because he's not in a TIF, it said, well, there's no money for you. The general fund spends a lot of money on a lot of different things, and that revenue varies each month based on sales tax and other revenue sources from penalties and such. I don't find it reasonable that $6,000 is not available to clean up the mattresses and the trash and the weeds on that lot, and it has to go for months, hearing it in committee meetings, just to get $6,000. Thank you.
Anyone else? Hearing none, I will close public participation. We will move on to presentations, recognitions, and appointments. And tonight, under those categories, I first of all would like to, as we do beginning of each month, recognize the character word of the month, responsibility. That responsibility's definition is willingness to be accountable for your own actions without blaming others. So that is our character word of the month. This time we move to approval of the minutes. I'd ask for a motion to consider approving and filing the minutes from the City Council meeting of September 16th and September 30th at the special meeting, and September 16th executive session minutes, all from 2019. Motion by Alderman Wiggington. Do I hear a second by Alderman Ferguson? Do I hear any discussions, additions, or corrections? Hearing none, all in favor of receiving those three separate specific minutes and having them filed for Having them filed, signify by saying aye. Aye. Oppose? Motion carries. We go, flip the page to the payroll claims and disbursements. I'd ask for a motion to approve the claims and disbursements in the amount of $675,290.39, and the payroll in the amount of $885,391.06. Motion by Alderman Kinsella, second by Alderman Schaefer, to approve the claims, payroll, and disbursements. Any discussions on those items? Yes, sir.
Can we address the public comments on the claims?
I'd rather have the vote, then we'll get to it. We'll get to it. Okay, we have a motion and we have a second. Roll call.
Kinsella.
Aye.
Hazel.
Aye.
Pusa. Aye. Duco. Randall.
No.
Ferguson. Anthony.
Aye.
Ovian.
Aye.
Dintelman.
Aye.
Schaefer.
Aye.
Steele.
Aye.
Rothweiler.
Aye.
Elmore.
No.
Wygant. Wiggington. Barfield.
Aye.
Motion carries. Treasurer's report. I'd ask for a motion to receive and file the Treasurer's report of 2019, August.
Mr. Mayor, I believe that there was a question on the table regarding the claim of Christmas time to be addressed by the city attorney.
Okay, we can do it now. I was going to do it a little bit farther down the line, but if you would so much like to do it now, I can ask the city attorney.
Well, this is something I could issue an opinion on if you'd like. This is the first I've heard of this, but I know that these expenditures are reviewed and approved by the TIF consultant
And the auditors.
and the auditors, so.
And this has been this way, it's a small portion we do.
Marketing is a permissible expense. And I think Mr. Hagberg noted that, so his dispute of whether or not that applies is something I'd be happy to look into.
I would prefer that that had been addressed before the vote was taken.
Well, this question's come up numerous times before, I believe, and we've had the similar, in fact, we may have had an opinion rendered. We certainly have had the same answers given. And I think you've been here, Mr. Alderman Randall, that we've answered this question before. It's a repetitious of concerns of Mr. Hagberg, which we respect, but it's been answered before, and we've never had an issue citing now we've made some adjustments over the years. I think Jamie would admit that, we don't, we don't take, we have moved some things around. In regards to his one comment about Mr. Ovian's question, latter, I will tell you, Mr. Ovian knows for a fact that we're planning on trying to submit that lot cleanup in this grant that we're reviewing right now, and that's been told to you a couple of times, and we're just waiting to get all the procedures. $6,000 may not seem like much on some days, but $6,000 in general fund on other days is a large amount of money. And unless you're here trying to balance it, what Jamie sat in my office today about trying to balance things, so we are trying. I have spoken to Rafi numerous times. I know he's very passionate about his ward, but I also know that we have explained, we believe we have a method to do this. And actually, half of this lot, if I'm not mistaken, is St. Clair County. So.
The lot belongs to St. Clair County.
Okay, so that's exactly right. So we're investigating it, and but we do have a method of possibly how to figure it out, clean it up, and we're in the process. We met, what day did we meet, guys? Friday we met, and I think you were well aware, we met last week to talk about the procedures and guidelines for this money that we're going to hopefully be getting through the state of Illinois, through the capital bill to help us. So this is not new information.
Mayor, I don't know that was what Mr. Elmore's question was about. I thought it had to do with the legality of whether that Christmas time carriage was ineligible.
Well, and Mr. Elmore, you don't remember us raising this question before him raising this?
I do not recall every one of them.
It's been raised at least 3 or 4 times. It's been raised 3 or 4 times. And once again, when you saw it in your packet since Friday, call me or call Jamie.
I didn't know that Mr. Hagberg was gonna come up with this question.
Okay, Mr. Hagberg does, bless his heart, he comes up with this question once a year, at least, and it's been ongoing for numerous years.
To answer
And
your question,
we'll
no,
double check it again. Okay?
Mr. Mayor, let me bring something out that I think, County, their county engineer, we met. We tried to go ahead and work it where we would share the expense of cleaning it up. He went back to County Chairman Kern, and they said that they were not gonna touch it. The only way that the city can come out of this without the EPA coming after both of us is for us to go ahead and have it done, and we go after the county.
And sir, I told you, I went out there with you. I am 100% for cleaning it up. But I think if we have this money that's available to us now, thanks to Jay Huffman and people who have helped us get some money earmarked for certain important projects that we can use to clean this up, and we just have to have a little bit more patience. Admittingly so, and I agree with you, it would love to have it cleaned up yesterday, but it's been there for years, right?
It has.
Okay, so we do have an end to the problem in sight, and we're going to, and I think it's a shame that the county doesn't want to split it with us, but we're gonna get it done. We're gonna get it done. I think this fund is the way to do it. It won't hurt our general fund. It's money that we believe is gonna be eligible to us, and hopefully we're gonna have some answers relatively soon that we can get that thing done. We've already got an estimate.
What you're saying, sir, one final comment. After we met that Wednesday, there was additional illegal dumping out there to the point where now it's gotten way out of hand.
Well,
I had to ask the director of Public Works to put a sign out there
Well,
on that street.
we should have a sign.
Dumping would cost $500.
And please tell your residents out there that you come in contact with, and I'll ask John and Anthony as well, please call the police if they see illegal dumping, because that's serious, and we want them to be caught, and we want them to be charged for illegal dumping. That's not welcome anywhere in our city, in any ward.
If you've got grant money coming, like you said, let's just be patient.
Well-
We'll get the money, we'll get the job done. The big thing is, too much down the road, unless you have security cameras, signs don't mean a heck of a lot when it comes to illegal dumping.
It's,
And Alderman Ovian could be right back in the same, and listen,
We
we're taking care of Mount Hope, and we have to take care of this lot too. It's kind of like what we have to do, whether we want to or not. But, let's get the money, but then we gotta figure out how we're gonna prevent it down the road.
I agree. Alderman Weigott, go ahead.
The county does have cameras for this, I know for a fact, and they will put them up.
Well, let's check on that. We'll get our police department to talk to their police department.
To monitor, dumping.
Yeah, no, I agree. And we've done that some places. Okay, let's get back to the regular order of business here. Okay, so did I take a motion yet?
No, we haven't
Okay,
read it.
so I'm asking for a motion to approve receive and file the Treasurer's Report of August 2019 and the Statement of Cash and Investment Report of August 2019 also. Do I hear a motion by Alderman Hazel, second by Alderman Steele, to receive and file those reports? Any additional comments or corrections? Hearing none, all in favor of receiving and filing signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. We go to administration. At this time, I'd like to ask for a motion to award the contract for Engine House Number 1, the Ancillary Building, boy, I'm having trouble tonight, of the roof replacement, which is actually the house is number 2 Elm Drive, to the low bidder of H.J. Gasser Construction in the amount of $11,768. As you remember, this was in the budget during the budget time. We talked about getting this roof replaced. Do I hear a motion for that? Alderman Schaefer, second by Alderman Duco. Do I hear any discussion about this project? Hearing none, roll call.
Hazel.
Aye.
Pusa. Aye. Duco. Aye. Randall.
Aye.
Ferguson. Aye. Anthony.
Aye.
Ovian.
Aye.
Dintelman.
Aye.
Schaefer. Aye. Steele.
Aye.
Rothweiler.
Aye.
Elmore.
Aye.
Wygant.
Aye.
Wigington.
Aye.
Barfield.
Aye.
Kinsella.
Aye.
Motion carries. Now we go to 11B. At this time, I'd ask for a motion, which the recommendations coming from the Board of Fire and Police Commission, first of all, the first motion would be motion to approve the hiring of a probationary police officer, Jarden May. This is a lateral hire, effective Tuesday, October 8th, 2019 at 12:01 a.m. Do I hear that motion? Alderman Anthony, second by Alderman Ferguson. Any discussion on this first motion? Roll call.
Pusa. Duco. Randall. Ferguson. Anthony. Ovian. Dintelman. Schaefer. Steele. Rothweiler. Elmore. Weigant. Wiggington. Barfield. Kinsella. Hazel.
Motion carries. Chief, is that probationary officer here? Okay, we're going to swear him in tomorrow morning. Okay, next I'd like to know if someone's willing to make a motion to approve the recommendation from the Board of Police and Fire and Police Commission to the promotions of apparatus engineer Dan Kimball to captain and the promotion of firefighter Kevin Beck to apparatus engineer, effective October 7th, 2019 at 8 p.m. So man, we better hurry it up. We have motion by Alderman Wiggington, second by Alderman Anthony. Any discussions on this motion? Roll call.
Duco. Randall. Ferguson. Anthony. Ovian. Dintelman. Schaefer. Steele. Rothweiler. Elmore. Weigant. Wiggington. Barfield. Kinsella. Hazel. Pusa.
Motion carries. Chief Poor, where are you at? It's your floor. You want to?
So if you're wondering, the reason we picked 8 o'clock is because Engineer Beck is working today, so he got paid acting out of class today, and at 8 o'clock tonight, he'll start his new wage, so it makes it even, so. All right.
Oh, I knew there was a reason.
Even with this jacket on.
So in the past, when we have a new hire, promotion, a lot of times, I'll pin the badge on. I've never drawn blood, and they'd like to see that, continue. So we're gonna start a new tradition where family members are gonna help. So we're gonna pick the littlest one to try to pin it. Hurry up with this other one, not because he's not leaving. All right. Engineer Beck, I'm gonna come up with this.
Look at that little go. Congratulations to both of these gentlemen. Families, we're so glad you're here. As we do when we swear firemen and policemen in these days, we ask families to attend, and I think it's great when they get a promotion that they attend and experience this together. These are important events. So thank you very much. Congratulations, gentlemen, and best of luck in your new positions. At this time, we're going to go on to the Zoning Board of Appeals. We have several of them, so at this time, I'm going to ask our clerk to start reading them.
I have
Yes.
a question.
Yes.
We may have some people in the audience whose intention is to comment on some of the items listed here. And since they were
removed?
possibly aware of that during public comment, that that's their only time to be able to comment on that, is it possible to allow extra time
Well,
for
I
public
mean,
comment?
it's been removed from the agenda.
Which,
Not on,
No, not
on
those.
any of the items within
Oh,
zoning,
okay, I
not
follow.
necessarily any specific item. But particularly those pertaining to my ward.
So they didn't get here in time, or they didn't
No,
know?
I don't know if there's anybody who wishes to speak during public comment that realizes that their chance to speak is only during public comment.
Well, I made the comment that things that pertain to the night's agenda, I mean, we don't normally repeat that, because otherwise we're gonna, every meeting, have to have a double, a second time.
I just wanted you.
No, I mean,
Joe, just so you know, the ones in Ward 1 have been withdrawn.
Oh,
All
they
the
have-
Only
CR
one-
Holland ones,
all
all
them
five of
are-
Oh,
those
yeah,
have been
no,
withdrawn.
yeah, and
there's
that's not
one,
really
there's
what
one,
I'm talking
there's one
Oh,
other
that's the
one.
only one in Ward.
Well, the other one is about the car lot. But I think if there would, let me put it this way, if it gets to the point where there's a specific question or information that we feel is pertinent, we can consider it at that time.
Okay.
But normally, I don't want to start this precedent, because we'll be going back and
I
hearing
know
more
it's
testimony at every
unusual.
meeting.
Right.
So I would like to, I appreciate what you're saying, I appreciate you checking for your constituents, but I think in general, we don't want to go backwards here. Okay? Thank you. Okay. Yes.
11C1, 44 September 19, City of Belleville Police Department, a request for a special use permit to establish a metal building at 498 Environmental Drive, parcel number 08270322009, located in a C2 heavy commercial district. Applicable sections of the zoning code 162.248 and 162.515, Ward 6. Zoning board unanimously recommended approval.
Okay. Motion? Motion by Alderman Rothweiler, second by Alderman Steele, to approve this recommendation from zoning for this item of 11C1. Any questions on this motion? All in favor of approving this motion and having the proper ordinance drawn, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Next item.
11C2, 45 September 19, St. Lorenzo Hospitality LLC, a request for a special use permit for a liquor license for the Shrine Restaurant and Banquet Center at 442 South Demazanad Drive, parcel number 07040401011, located in a C2 heavy commercial district. Applicable sections of the zoning code 162.248 and 162.515, Ward 8. Zoning board unanimously recommended approval.
So moved.
Motion by Alderman Wiggington. Do I hear a second by Alderman Duco? Do I hear any discussion reference to this recommendation? This is for case number 4511C2 on the agenda. Hearing none, we have a motion and a second. All in favor of having this approved and having the proper ordinance drawn, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
11C3, 46 September 19, Christy L. Robertson, a request for a special use permit for a liquor license for a restaurant at 1926 West Main Street, parcel number 08200402003, located in a C2 heavy commercial district. Applicable sections of the zoning code 162.248 and 162.515, Ward 2. Zoning board unanimously recommended approval.
Do I hear a motion for approval? Motion by Duco, second by Pusa. Any discussion on this item? All in favor of approving this 11C3, number 46 from the zoning board, and have the proper ordinance drawn, signify by saying aye. Aye. Oppose? Motion carries.
11C4, 47 September 19, High Tokyo, a request for a special use permit for a liquor license for High Tokyo Restaurant at 1628 Carlisle Avenue, parcel number 08240401016, located in a C2 heavy commercial district. Applicable sections of the zoning code 162.248 and 162.515, Ward 7. Zoning board unanimously recommended approval.
Do we hear a motion from Alderman Elmore, second by Alderman Weigand? Any discussion? In the name of the applicant only, that's it?
I don't know, that
In
was,
the name of the applicant only, please.
Name of the applicant only, as you agree to that, Mr. Rothweiler? I'm sorry, Mr. Weigand, you agree to that?
Yes.
Okay, they added that to it. Okay, so we have a motion, we have a second. Any other further discussion? Everybody who's in favor of this, signify by saying aye and have the proper ordinance drawn.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
48 September 19, the Community Mural Project, a request for a sign installation permit for area of special control to establish a mural at 19 South High Street, parcel number 08210445026, located in a C2 heavy commercial district, applicable sections of the City Code 155.052 and 155.053, Ward 6. Zoning Board unanimously recommended approval.
Motion by Alderman Steele, second by Alderman Rothweiler to approve 11C5, number 48. Any discussion on this one? Everybody in favor of this and have the proper ordinance drawn, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
11C6, 49 September 19, the Community Mural Project, a request for a sign installation permit for area of special control to establish a mural at 415 West Main Street, parcel number 08210434005, located in a C2 heavy commercial district, applicable sections of the City Code 155.052 and 155.053, Ward 2. Zoning Board approval by a vote of 6 to 1.
Do I hear a motion for this one? Motion by Alderman Duco, second by Alderman Ferguson. Any discussion on this item, 11C6, number 49? All in favor of the motion signify by aye. Aye. That includes having the proper ordinance drawn. Motion carries. We go to the next one.
11C7, September 19, Roger W. Roddy, a request for a special use permit to operate a storage building and outdoor storage facility at 2020 North Belt West, parcel number 08170202001, located in the C2 heavy commercial district, applicable sections of the zoning code 162.248 and 162.515, Ward 3. Zoning Board unanimously recommended approval.
Yes, who's, Alderman Randall? Making a motion for number 11C7. Second is by Alderman Ferguson. I hear discussion, further discussion? We have a motion and we have a second. All in favor of approving and have the proper ordinance drawn, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. 11C8.
51 September 19, Empire Comfort Systems, Ken Building, a request to rezone the below listed parcels from A1 Single Family Residence District to D1 Light Industry District. Applicable sections of the zoning code 162.090 through 094, 162.305 through 308, and 162.580, Ward 6. A, parcel number 08270125001, 801 Freeburg Avenue. B, parcel number 08270125002, 801 Freeburg Avenue. C, parcel number 08270125004, 903 Freeburg Avenue. D, parcel number 08270125005, 905 Freeburg Avenue. E, parcel number 08270125006, 822 Charles Street. F, parcel number 08270125008, 824 Charles Street. G, parcel number 08270305005, 904 Charles Street. Zoning Board unanimously voted to make a recommendation on all parcels as one motion. Zoning Board unanimously recommended approval.
Motion by Rothweiler, second by Steele on 11C8, case number 51. Just one quick note, it's common sense, but the Charles Street addresses on those three were all South Charles, just as a note. We have any additional questions or comments? Hearing none, all in favor of these, this motion as is broke down, signify by saying aye and have the proper ordinance drawn.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next one.
11C9, 52 September 19, Geneth Miller, a request to rezone the below listed parcels from A1 Single Family Residence District to D1 Light Industry District. Applicable sections of the zoning code 162.090 through 094, 162.305 through 308, and 162.580, Ward 6. A, parcel numbers 08270124001, 721 Freeburg Avenue. B, parcel number 082700305027908 South Charles Street. C, parcel number 08270304015 915 South Charles Street. D, parcel number 08270304016 915 South Charles Street. E, parcel number 08270304017 915 South Charles Street. Zoning Board unanimously voted to make a recommendation on all parcels as one motion. Zoning Board unanimously recommended approval.
I hear a motion to approve Steele and second by Rothweiler. Discussion on this motion. Understand again, it's all listed together as so read. All in favor of this motion, have the proper ordinance drawn, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. We move on. We're gonna, these have been withdrawn.
Correct.
10, 11,
12,
12, 13, and 14, all withdrawn today. So we'll skip over, we don't need no action, Mr. Attorney. We go on to 11C15.
11C15, 60 September 19, at Tiff Khan, a request for a special use permit to establish a used motor vehicle sales lot at 900 Sherman Street, parcel number 08150424027, located in a C2 heavy commercial district. Applicable sections of the zoning code 162.248 and 162.515, Ward 1. Zoning board unanimously recommended denial.
Okay, Alderman Kinsella.
I make a motion that we approve this, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay, and do we have a second?
Yeah.
Second by Alderman Hazel. Gentlemen, do you want to explain how you talked and worked through on this a little bit? Do you want to comment?
Yes, I was unable to be at the zoning board, but I understand that the basic comments people had is they were worried about traffic. And this piece of ground has any number of other uses that they don't have to come to us and get a permit. It's just a permit because it is a car dealership, and car dealerships are a little different. But if somebody had let's say a barber shop or a beauty shop there'd be as much traffic as there would be with a used car dealer. I do not expect much traffic to be there. Also, the owner has purchased the house that's right behind it and has put a lot of improvements into it. He has the wherewithal to build this facility in a nice manner, and I think it will be a really good addition to the neighborhood. Some people are worried about cars driving through their neighborhood, but the truth is, when you test out a car, you take it out on the highway. You're not going to go through a neighborhood. There might be one person out of 50 that does that. So I don't see an impact on the neighborhood. We also had a concern about a special needs child having a bus to pick them up, but I drove a bus for 15 years, and I'll tell you that a school bus will definitely stop right in front of his house and pick him up on that side of the street. Nobody makes a special needs child cross the street. So I feel as though this is something that's not a problem also. Alderman Hazel, are there any other comments that people had?
I went to Mr. Khan and raised the concerns about some issues on the property, and once I spoke with him about that, he took care of those problems right away.
And the lot is going to be improved as required. And as one person said to me when they called, there is another car lot just a block down the street, basically, or 2 blocks.
Well,
So-
I did get a call from one person who said we don't want too many car lots in the place. And I drove from Swansea, just as it comes into Belleville, and I drove 1.5 miles to Carlisle Avenue, and there are 2. This one and another one. To me, that's not enough to say we have too many. Also, there happens to be 2 auto body shops along the way, and they might be mistaken as car dealerships, but this would only be the second one in that neighborhood. And I feel as though maybe a third one would be too many, but right now 2's not too many.
Okay. So do I hear a motion? You do the motion in a second. We have a motion in a second. Further questions or comments? So it sounds like, and from what I was being informed, there was quite a bit of dialogue after the zoning board meeting, and that's why we're where we are. We have a motion and a second to approve case number 11C15, case number 60 on the agenda item 11C15. If there's no other further question, I'm going to go ahead and ask for a roll call vote because we are turning this over.
Randall? No. Ferguson?
No.
Anthony? Aye. Ovian?
No.
Diddleman?
Aye.
Schaefer?
Aye.
Steele?
Aye.
Rothweiler?
No.
Elmore?
No.
Wygant?
Aye.
Wiggington?
No.
Barfield?
No.
Kinsella?
Aye.
Hazel?
Aye.
Puso? Duco? 9 to 7.
9 noes?
No, I'm sorry, 9 yeses.
9 yeses, 7 noes. So the motion carries. Okay, first one carried. We go over to 11C16.
11C16, 61 September 19, Atif Khan, a request for an area bulk variance for parcel number 08150-424-016, 1711 LaSalle Street, to permit a lot size of 9,611.25 square feet below the required minimum lot area of 12,000 square feet and 28.5 feet below the minimum lot width of 48 feet. Said parcel is zoned A2, two-family residence district. Applicable sections of the zoning code, 162.167 and 162.570, Ward 1. Zoning board unanimously recommended denial.
Yes, sir.
Make a motion to approve this request.
Motion by Alderman Kinsella, second by Alderman Hazel of Ward 1. Yes, we have a motion and we have a second. Any particular comments on this? Yes, sir.
Okay, I'd like to mention that this piece of land is only about 40 feet off. It's right along Sherman, but it only runs about 40 feet deep. He bought the house behind it, and he's remodeling that house, and what he wishes to do here, he and his wife want to extend the property that is the property line that's facing Sherman, so that it will give him more room for his car lot. I'd much rather have him have a car lot with extra room than one that's squeezed in. And I know his plans are to have places for every car, no cars mismatched and just parked anywhere.
So this would give him more room.
Yes, and this would actually, it's about the, even if we weren't going to have a car lot here, it makes that piece of property more marketable and just
Sure.
makes sense.
Sure, it makes sense. So we have a motion and a second already, Alderman Hazel?
Yes.
Right. Motion and a second. Any other comments or information to share? Roll call.
Ferguson? Anthony? Ovian?
No.
Dintelman?
Aye.
Schaefer?
Aye.
Steele?
Aye.
Rothweiler?
No.
Elmore?
No.
Wynot?
Yes.
Wiggington?
No.
Barfield?
No.
Kinsella?
Aye.
Hazel?
Aye.
Puso? Duco? Randall?
No.
Yep, 9-7.
It's 9-7, so it did pass. Motion carries. We go on to communications. Ready for a deep breath? A little water?
Can I read them all together?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. 12A, Fast Before Feast, 5K, 11/23/2019. Request from Queen of Peace to host a Fast Before Feast 5K Saturday, November 23rd, 2019, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Rolling street closures along 5K route through Ogle subdivision. Additional services requested, run in progress signage. 12B, Halloween bar crawl, 10/26/2019. Request from Downtown Bars to hold a Halloween bar crawl Saturday, October 26, 2019, starting at 7 p.m. 12C, Fall Gathering, 10/13/2019. Request from Juanita Place Neighborhood Association to host a Fall Gathering block party Sunday, October 13, 2019, 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Street closure request, dead end area next to 10 Juanita Place. Additional request, barricades. 12D, Neighborhood Fall Social, 10/27/2019. Request from Highland Neighborhood Association to host a Fall Social, October 27th, 2019, 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. Street closure request, South Pennsylvania Avenue from McClintock to East McKinley, 11:45 a.m. to 5 p.m. Additional request, 2 trash toters, 2 picnic tables, barricades, and no parking signage.
Do I hear a motion to approve those communications as just read? Schaefer, second by Duco. Any discussion on those communications? All in favor of approving 12A, 12B, 12C, and 12D signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Petitions, we have none. Resolutions, we have none. I turn the page to ordinances. I'd ask for a motion to read by title only. Ordinance 8377, 8378, 8379, 8380, 8381, 8382, 8383, 8384, 8385. Motion by Alderman Consilla, second by Alderman Hazel, to read the ordinances by title only. All in favor of that motion signify by saying aye. Aye. Oppose? Motion carries.
15A, ordinance 8377, 2019, a zoning ordinance in regards to 44 September 19, City of Belleville Police Department.
Okay, you want to, are these here, is there an issue if we read them as a group, or? Nobody's got an issue with these? So we go ahead and ask you to read them as a group. Keep reading.
15B, ordinance 8378, 2019, a zoning ordinance in regards to 45 September 19, St. Lorenzo Hospitality, LLC. 15C, ordinance 8379, 2019, a zoning ordinance in regards to 46 September 19, Christy L. Robertson. 15D, ordinance 8380, 2019, a zoning ordinance in regards to 47 September 19, High Tokyo. 15E, ordinance 8381, 2019, a zoning ordinance in regards to 48 September 19, the Community Mural Project. 15F, ordinance 8382, 2019, a zoning ordinance in regards to 49 September 19, the Community Mural Project. 15G, ordinance 8383, 2019, a zoning ordinance in regards to 50 September 19, Roger W. Roddy. 15H, ordinance 8384, 2019, a zoning ordinance in regards to 51 September 19, Empire Comfort Systems, Ken Building. 15I, ordinance 8385, 2019, a zoning ordinance in regards to 52 September 19, Geneth Miller.
Do I hear a motion to approve these ordinances as just read? Alderman Dillman, second by Alderman Ferguson. That would be, just to clarify, the motion is to approve ordinance 8377, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, and 85. That's correct, gentlemen? Okay. Is there any further questions about what was just read? Hearing none, roll call.
Anthony? Aye. Ovian? Aye. Dintelman?
Aye.
Schaefer?
Aye.
Steele?
Aye.
Rothweiler? Elmore? Wygant?
Aye.
Wiggington?
Aye.
Barfield?
Aye.
Consilla?
Aye.
Hazel? Husa? Duco? Randall? Ferguson?
Motion's carried. Unfinished business?
Mayor?
Yes.
Just a shout out and kudos to Scott, our IT guy. You know, some of us on this council aren't real high tech, and some of us are.
You're kidding.
And no, you know, believe it or not, but, you know, I mean, I don't fit that category, but I had a problem and I called him, he came out, he said, don't worry, I'll get you all squared away, took care of it. And I really appreciate, our staff and department heads when they really step up to the plate like that. And I appreciate Scott, getting involved.
You're right. We've got some great department heads, and Scott has fit right in.
And he wears a lot of hats.
We thank him. Thank you for that. We go to 17. At this time, I'd ask for a motion to approve under miscellaneous. Yes.
New business.
Yes, sir.
I have a little problem here because I do not know when we're gonna go ahead and basically see bids coming forward. I've got 4 properties in my ward that need to be demolished. We got the money from the.
Well, we don't have the money yet.
You have not received?
No, there's a process. Alderman Ovian, how many times have I said this to you? We're in the process right now of meeting and filling out the grant applications, et cetera. And we just got that 2 weeks ago? Okay. We're doing this. We're going to, but you know, as you know, I've told you, the houses you and I have talked about are on the proposed list. But we gotta get the money because we don't have another pot of money to take that many homes down.
At the last meeting, you said basically we received the money.
No, okay, it's been in the budget. We've been allocated the funds, which is a true statement, but we haven't received anything yet, and we just got word just a week ago or 10 days ago of the procedures. So Eric and I and Anissa and Jamie and Jenny, and may have been somebody else there, but we sat down and Jeff Hydarn was there. We sat down and went through the procedures. So they're filling out all the paperwork. We'll have the paperwork in properly in no time, but still, as they also said in that farm, they're waiting for, as the revenues start to come in, and then he who gets their stuff in, hopefully will be first. And we're quick. but we don't have the money, but we are doing everything in our power to be there. And as you know, for many years, without this opportunity, that thanks to Representative Huffman, who put this in for us, we would not have a pot of money to take that many homes down in a ward with no TIF.
I don't disagree with you, but, you know, I go up and down the street on West Main, and I look at these eyesores, especially some that haven't been cut. And I'm looking at a couple of properties right now that haven't been cut in the past 30 days. I filled out a report to go ahead and a report of concern. I have talked to Lieutenant Colonel Matt Eiskamp. The poor guy is trying his best.
We all are.
I have no idea. He's absent without leave.
Well, Rafi, I don't know what, Alderman Oviatt, I don't know what else I can say to you.
Go down 98.
I don't have to. I was just down it again the other day. I agree, and I've turned them back in. But there's only so many pieces of manpower, and there's only so many dollars, and we're already over budget. Jamie, am I right? Are we over budget on this year's grass cutting already? Yeah. So we're over budget on a ton of items. We don't have any more people that I can pull out of the hat for Jason's department. We're going and we're prioritizing, and we're not ignoring you. But I will tell you, this is the same in every ward. We don't have the money we need, and we don't have the manpower we need. And it's a fact. Alderman Kinsella?
At very many of our meetings, Alderman Ovian puts in that he wants something done in his ward. And he makes a lot of noise. The problem is the rest of us have something we want done in our ward. There are 16 aldermen here, 4 houses each is 64 houses. Are you going to tear down 64 houses? He should wait his turn. It's just the way it is. He makes it sound like the rest of us don't care. And every one of you aldermen in here have houses you'd like to take down tomorrow in your ward.
Absolutely.
So I'd just like to make that clear. He's not the only one, and he thinks he is.
Well, and I'm just saying, Rafi, you know I have answered you, and I have explained this, and Jamie has, we all have. Matt Eiskamp probably wasn't the smartest thing, but went out there and took you for a ride, and we revisited some stuff. We can't take every alderman for a ride, but you had persistency, called enough. I finally agreed with him, and the chief said, if you want to. So I said, okay. But then you stood up at a meeting at West Belleville and basically said, well, just call him, he'll take you for a ride. We can't do that. We don't have the manpower to give one, like that kind of one. We're trying, Ralph. We are bending over backwards. But there's just limited resources, and there's limited people and money, and I don't know what else to tell you. I don't know how many ways I can explain this to you.
Mark, if you and I can communicate better, we get it done.
Well, you don't, I understand, Rafi, but you do not accept the answers that we give you. So it's not a matter of communicate more or better. My girls in my office, my ladies, and myself have bent over backwards, and so has my staff. But you refuse to accept it because you don't like it. You know, I can't fix that. It's like dealing sometimes with my children when they were growing up. They didn't like one answer, they went to mom. I can't answer it any differently. We don't have the grant ready to go yet. If there's nothing else, we'll move back to the miscellaneous and new business of motor fuel claims in the amount of $744.22. Do I hear a motion? Schaefer, Steele, second. Discussion on the motor fuel claims. Roll call.
Ovian.
Aye.
Dintelman.
Aye.
Schaefer.
Aye.
Steele.
Aye.
Rothweiler.
Aye.
Elmore. Wygant.
Aye.
Wiggington. Barfield.
Aye.
Kinsella.
Aye?
Hazel.
Aye.
Pusa. Duco. Randall. Ferguson. Anthony.
Motor fuel claims pass. At this time, I'd ask for a motion to go into executive session to discuss personnel litigation, workers' compensation, property acquisition and transfer of property. We have a motion by Alderman Hazel, second by Alderman Weigott. All in favor of going into executive session? There is the possibility of a motion or two when we come out. All in favor of the motion to go into executive session signify by saying aye. Aye. Oppose? Motion carries. Back in regular session, and as listed on the agenda tonight, it says possible motions. We're going to have one motion, I believe. So at this time, I'm going to ask if someone's willing to make a motion, and I'll kind of couch this, and somebody tell me if they agree, for a motion to approve the purchase of the property at 106 South 6th Street for the total price of $260,000, correct?
Yeah, and the other property.
And the other property comes with it for the same purchase price, which is a little discrepancy. You got the parcel number.
Yeah, the 106 South 6th Street, parcel numbers 08210441062. Parcel number 08210441077. And parcel number 08210441092. In the 500 block of West Main, that parcel is 08210441088 for a total purchase price of $260,000 from Schmidt LLC in a real estate sale agreement in a form approved by the city attorney.
Okay, and the last part of this motion would be that there would be $130,000 due at closing, and the additional balance of that property would be due next year, July, I think it said, of
July 1st of
2020, July 1st of 2020, the balance would be due.
Motion to approve?
Motion to approve by Alderman and seconded by Alderman Wiggington. Does everybody understand the motion and what goes on here? For the sake of the audience, this is the property at 106 South 6 is the property where it used to have buses on there. Many years ago, it was Jack Schmidt's used car lot when Chevy dealer was on the corner. And they're going to be finishing that. The remediation company that's using that site is going to be wrapping up at the end of this month. And Mr. Schmidt has been talking to us, and we have negotiated this for some time, that we can have the property for future use, possibly needing some of it for road redesign, et cetera, et cetera. And then he tossed in that top lot as a part of the deal. That was kind of a sweetener. So anyway, so everybody understands the motion. We have a motion and a second regarding just what I described or Garrett described. And if there's no further questions, roll call.
Dintelman?
Aye.
Schaefer? Aye. Steele?
Aye.
Rothweiler?
Aye.
Elmore?
Aye.
Weigott?
Aye.
Wiggington?
Aye.
Barfield?
Aye.
Kinsella?
Aye.
Hazel?
Aye.
Pusa? Duco? Randall? Ferguson? Anthony? Ovian?
Motion carries unanimous. At this time, do I hear a motion to adjourn? Schaefer, Duco, all in favor of adjournment signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.